Big news from the White House. President Donald Trump is set to announce new tariffs next week, tariffs that could change the global trade landscape. But what exactly are reciprocal tariffs, and how will they impact everyday Americans? Let's break it all down. Trump has long pushed for trade policies that he claims level the playing field. His idea? If another country charges the U.S. high tariffs on exports, the U.S. will impose the exact same tariffs on their imports. In theory, this sounds like fairness, but in practice, it could mean major disruptions in global trade and everyday prices. Right now, the U.S. charges lower tariffs on many goods compared to other countries. For example, while the U.S. charges a 2.5% tariff on imported cars, some countries impose 25% or more on American-made cars. Trump's idea? If they charge us 25%, we charge them 25%, a tariff-for-tariff match. The financial markets didn't take this news lightly. After Trump's announcement, the Dow Jones fell by 400 points, with the NASDAQ and S&P 500 also tumbling. Why? Investors fear a possible global trade war, where countries retaliate against U.S. tariffs with tariffs of their own. But the biggest concern isn't just Wall Street, it's Main Street. When the U.S. imposes tariffs, importers, companies that bring goods into the country, are the ones who pay. And guess what? They pass those costs down to businesses and consumers. Economists estimate that if Trump goes ahead with tariffs on Mexico and Canada, American households could see an additional $1,200 in yearly expenses. If reciprocal tariffs extend globally, that number could rise even higher. History has shown that tariff battles can quickly escalate. If countries like China, the European Union, and India decide to retaliate, American exports could become too expensive overseas, hurting U.S. businesses and farmers who rely on international trade. Trump argues that these tariffs will bring manufacturing jobs back to America. But some experts worry that companies will simply look for other ways to cut costs, like automation or outsourcing to non-tariff countries. Congress is divided. Some lawmakers support Trump's move, saying it will force countries to negotiate better deals. Others fear it could create unnecessary economic strain. Meanwhile, companies are bracing for impact, unsure of what tariffs will actually be enforced and when. Trump believes that America has been losing in trade due to large deficits. However, some economists argue that trade deficits aren't necessarily bad. America imports goods because it can afford to, and in return, it sells services worldwide. The real issue is whether these tariffs will encourage fair trade or just increase costs for businesses and consumers. What do you think? Are these tariffs a smart move for America, or are they a risky gamble? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next update on this developing story.